Welcome back, designers. I'm going to talk a little bit about my education and my career. I'm going to show you a little bit of my work, and I just want to give you a perspective of the path that I took and how I got here. I also want to show you kind of the style and the type of work that I do. This is just me. There's lots of different types of styles and all different types of designers. So I just wanted to give you just some context. My education started at San Jose State. I have a degree in photography. I went to the California College of the Arts in San Francisco and got a degree in graphic design. I was an intern at Vehicle for about a year and a half while I was going to CCA, and when I graduated, Vehicle hired me full-time as a designer, so it was a great way to get the career experience and to get your foot in the door. Nike was a big client of ours, and we did a lot of work for them. Specialized Bicycles were a big client as well, doing catalogs and brochures. Mountain Hardwear is a outdoor apparel and equipment company, and I did a lot of magazine ads for them. During this time, while I was working at Vehicle, I started a freelance business, and it started very organically and casually. My first real client was a friend of mine who was a winemaker, and he was making a new wine and needed a bottle, so I worked with him to come up with a brand and the look and feel of the bottle. And this is a bottle that is silk screened, and the design goes all the way around the bottle. We did different varietals with the same idea using different sea creatures. Those bottles were the springboard of my freelance career. They got a lot of attention, and a lot of people saw them and wanted me to work on wine bottles of their own. This is an example of that. This is for a winery in Napa that wanted a very distinctive look, and they were very inspired by the tentacle bottles that I showed you previously. So I worked with them for quite a while, and I did their bottles, and I did brochures and packaging. I've worked alongside Blacksmith Cellars for quite a while. This particular line of wines, he wanted to have kind of a propaganda feel. This is for a farmer that lives near my wife and I, and so I helped them come up with a full rebrand logo, some signage that went out in front of their farm, posters, brochures, postcards, and of course, we painted a large container with their logo to brand the farm stand. This logo was for a family in Boston. They had just bought a boat, and they wanted to name it and brand the boat and create graphics that would go alongside the boat. They were very inspired by the tentacle bottle, and so they wanted something similar. They also wanted the distinctive logo that could be used on the boat itself and also on swag. This company produces health and skincare products and wanted to have a distinctive look and wanted to not look like every other brand on the market. And I helped them with identity and packaging. I worked with a couple of previous students to help me on this project. We also worked on a launch event that was to create excitement for the new brand. It had graphics in the space itself. I worked with a local entrepreneur who was creating a new wine bar in Pittsburgh, and she wanted help with some interior design ideas and concepts. And so I went through and created many designs using different materials and looks, and to help her and guide her in the build out of her space. And then I've worked with LMC for the last 13 years. I currently am moving into a full-time faculty role, but this is some of the work that I've done for Los Medanos College. I've worked on magazines, and I've created catalogs and schedules. And recently the Brentwood Center opened up a new campus, and the foundation wanted a donor wall design, and I worked with a couple of our then student workers and interns to create a donor wall that would be distinctive for that area. The foundation wanted to highlight an oak tree that was on the property, and so we used the oak tree as the main icon for the donor wall. I've worked on the gym remodel several years ago. We did graphics for the gym to create some interest and excitement for the sports and athletic departments. And so this is looking in the gym. I also rebranded the the sports and student life logo with the Mustang logo. Worked on the new athletic complex. There's a graphic wall that wraps around the office and the corridor within the athletic building. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to introduce you to our new puppy. Her name is Bowie. She's about, I think, 13 weeks, and I'm planning on her being a designer. So thanks again for watching, and go ahead and move on to the next module. Thanks.